The localizers have definitely taken severe liberties because truth is, it took me a while to realize I was their sister, not their brother. Now their usual bullying feels heavier.
We're talking about the conversation with the new Paper Mario game. That's a remake of the 2004 Thousand Year Door with the localizations. And the general thought is that there is this character named Vivian, and she's like a ghost character in it. And this character in the 2004 version, there's a lot of like ambiguity between the 2004 version and the version, the way it was released and the way she was spoken about then and the way it is now. I don't even know what the proper pronouns are with this character. I don't even care. But the point is that this is being seen as like this big win because this character has been, quote, confirmed trans in this game. And you see people saying, oh my goodness, this is not an edit. We won so hard. And people are very, very excited about this character being trans, which is a thing, I guess. Now, Grums, you obviously, you said this character was originally a cross-dresser or femboy in the original Japanese release, not trans. So
there are a lot of. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, good. Continue.
There are a lot of flavors of sexuality in Japan, and it's actually more open there. So, there's cross-dressers, there's femboys, there's like 8 or 9 different, flavors of this stuff. And it does come up in the original Japanese, where they say that, oh, this is a boy who dresses as a girl, right? And this is, and I got in trouble for this, right? For 2 reasons. One is that I'm actually a little bit left of center, so I don't care what you are, as long as you're a consenting adult. But I also, like the previous clip you played on Jurassic Park, I don't think it belongs in a kid's game.
Right.
I think that's we have a big problem with forced gender reassignment being a big business and popular for parents to do, and I don't think that's right when a child can't make the decision for themselves. But the other reason I got it, so some of my fan base didn't like that, and in fact, one of them got really mad at me because they actually posted a month ago a tweet where the localizer responsible for pushing this change through at Nintendo was crowing about it on Twitter. And I did not retweet that at the time. So this follower, who I had to block, just went off on me, called me a stupid bitch for not talking about this earlier. Hope you enjoy your kids growing up trans. I had to block this person. So unfortunately, I lost the original tweet. But yeah, there is one person who apparently, one localizer, who pushed this through at Nintendo of America, and it's not faithful to the original Japanese text. And since then, on the remake, the original Japanese itself has been altered, and unfortunately, I don't have that information with me handedly right now. But yeah, I mean, they're politicizing this. They're taking what is a nuanced stance by the original creators and trying to make it about a trans thing when it's not, right? Culturally, it's not. Linguistically, it's not. But this localizer was very proud of making it about the trans debate and getting it into a Nintendo game. And I don't think it belongs there.
So, Dev, Short Fat Otaku, he came on our show a couple of weeks ago, and when this story was first kind of popping off, and there was like rumors, hey, this character may be trans, right? And he was talking about it in detail, and he DM'd me prior to the show starting, and he said, and I'm going to quote this here. He says, "I found the Japanese version of Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. This doesn't appear to be a localizer issue. They've changed it to the source." Pardon me 1 second. He said, "The original director of the game is also back. So it's fair to say that Vivian being trans was probably always his intention. He just wasn't able to be explicit about it in 2004. And I said, well, who handles localization for Nintendo? Is it handled in-house or third party? And he said, localization is done in-house at Nintendo of America by a team called the Treehouse, Nintendo Treehouse. That's a pretty pretty famed group. He says the Treehouse probably made the cringy line, "I thought I was their brother, but I'm actually their sister." That reeks of progressive political correctness. The Japanese version of the line conveys the same message for the plot, but appears to be less overtly political. Vivian says, "I have the body of a boy, but the heart of a girl." So that is from Dev and his thoughts on it. So I don't know, kind of, yeah, people are saying like this is confirmed that this character is trans, right? But Nintendo has not said anything about this. Everything up to this point is strictly
and I've been to the Treehouse. I've been up to Nintendo and been to the Treehouse.
Tell me more.
What I'm told from my localizer sources who talk to me is that the Treehouse tends to every couple of years kind of get out of hand and get off of Nintendo's Japan's edict and starts to push stuff, and then Nintendo eventually wakes up. Nintendo Japan wakes up, comes in, cleans it up. Gets rid of people and then hires a new staff, and it's kind of this cycle that's been going on for a while now. Now it does look that the original creator did intend this to be one of the many flavors of sexuality that they discuss and are open about in Japan, but that's not my problem with it. My problem with it is I don't think it belongs in a Nintendo game for kids, right? And that's why it was changed in the original translation before the remake, by the way. But now what we have is the trans community trying to make it about them. They're trying to make it about them and one rogue localizer at Nintendo. And I wish I could find that tweet. Dang it. A month ago, tweeted about how they successfully got this into the game. Like they didn't want this to happen, but this person pushed so hard, and we know the tactics they use, name and shame, and try to say, wouldn't this be, Kim Belair from Sweet Baby Inc. says, you just got to go to your marketing department and say, wouldn't it be ashamed if you got singled out for saying this or not allowing this? That's all it takes. And so they made it about the trans movement. And that is not what the original creator intended. The original creator in the original Japanese intended, they did want to represent that this person was a boy. And the heart of the girl thing, I think that's in the current Switch translation. That's not the original translation from the original Switch title. Again, I'm sorry, I'm unprepared on this, but
it's okay.
People can look back on that.
The thing that I always go back to with this is, once again, kids, and my daughter's playing this, they'd be like, what? They'd be so confused. What is happening? What are they talking about here? It's one of those, it's amazing to kind of see. And this was a tweet about this as well. This is kind of the different cross sections of culture in Japan. And I'm not going to say I know a whole lot about Japanese culture, but this has been discussed many, many times that this character falls under this, I can't even say this, but Arch, can you pronounce that for me in your best?
Which one?
This one right here, right there. This one.
Otokonoko.
Yeah, that. All right. And in Japan, there's different little sections, and in the United States, hey, everybody's trans. There you go. Which I think
this also probably, by the way, is more otokonoko, because I have the original translation up in front of me right now.
Please read it off.
The localizers have definitely taken severe liberties, because truth is, it took me a while to realize I was their sister, not their brother. Now their usual bullying feels heavier. The original Japanese is Sore ni jitsu ha atahi karada wo otoko no dakedo, kokoro wa kawaii no onna no nano. My pronunciation is terrible, but that means, in reality, really, my body is a boy, but my heart is that of a cute little girl, which is not really the trans thing. It's more of the otokonoko thing, or trap thing, really, because he adds in the cute little girl thing there.
Right. Huh. Okay. Well, so, I see outlets like this Game Explain is like, confirmed, this character is trans, and let's celebrate. And of course, like, a trans person is voicing this video, and they're talking about how great it is and stuff. But you still have not received any official word from Nintendo about this, which I think is the biggest thing. And let's be real, like, what the fuck does it matter? You know, like why should Nintendo have to make a statement about a fringe character nobody cared about until 3 days ago? Just throwing it out there, you know. They never come out and made, as far as I know, they never made a statement about Birdo from Super Mario Brothers 2 being, you know, their sexuality or whatever. You know, officially, I know there's some lore behind that and all that stuff, but like, I don't know, like who cares? It's just so dumb. It's like, and like, is this really the win that people are really excited about? Like, they're like, oh, representation. Okay, cool. You're playing as a ghost. Okay, all right. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but
no, that is for the political reasons, as you pointed out. They're holding it up as a win because it is a political win. It is territory they get. We are sitting and we're arguing the finer points, right? Yeah, but could they mean this? Perhaps it's one of the Japanese interpretations. No, it's a political land grab. That's what it is. And any further additive to that is just adding chedditability to a discussion that has none.